beyond fear, transcending death anxiety. From death anxiety to experienced immortality, from blind faith to deep knowing. The prevailing grim outlook on life, where we get born without an apparent consent, then we live a short life of confusion with only a handful of happy moments in an endless stream of stress and perils, and then we die, usually leads to an experience of life devoid of any meaning or purpose. In such a mental landscape, one cannot help but to develop a unique pathological way of coping with the pressing problems and finding meaning to existence faced by perceived mortality. Death anxiety is deemed in psychology as the mother of all fears. The awareness of it is one of the key components for our destructive behavior, since we see it as the end of all there is. Now imagine if we had access behind the scenes, behind the gateway of perception, and see and feel and understand through our own process that we're not what it seems, that we are in fact eternal, that we are not our bodies, and we are not our thoughts. How do you think this would change our outlook on life? And if this was the case, how would we redefine civilization we are inherently a part of? Imagine having an ineffable experience, an experience that would prove to you beyond doubt that life and death is an illusion, that in fact, you are eternal and connected to everything else in the universe. What if we achieved a realization that all of this is a game, that life is a game, and that we came here to play and enjoy each other and the creation itself? How would that make us feel? For just a moment, imagine all of this is achievable and that there is know-how and ways to approach this in a way more soft and efficient approach than ever before. It is said that language has created the basis for existential death anxiety, including an awareness of the distinction between self and others, a full sense of personal identity, and the ability to anticipate the future based on the above-mentioned factors responsible for death anxiety. The concept of death exists only in our symbolic linguistic representations. It's our perception of it and how we relate to it that defines all of our future actions. The fantastic discovery of the unified field of consciousness as an ultimate deep reality behind everything we experience is providing us with an incredible platform upon which to draw a complete paradigm of both individual and collective existence. Since there is an existing technology that enables us to tap into this unified field of unity, both on experiential as on scientific levels, we are able to infuse meaning and an absolute vector of collective philosophy. From science peer-reviewed evidence, this is a recurring theme within all so-called mystical experiences, the immense and unbelievable feeling of unity and connectedness. Within this insight lies also the deep awareness of our immortality, our infinite existence through various forms in an ever-changing self-interacting reality. This paints a whole new perception, a fearless existence, where death is not perceived as the end of anything. If only this insight, this experience, could be conveyed to everyone, it would without a doubt create an immense impact on a society in an extremely positive sense. An experience that we are all one, that we are all connected, that we come from the same source of unity, and that we are immortal in that sense provides an immense breakthrough in understanding our place within the grand scheme of things. It allows us to create a completely new mental space in which we operate in day to day, a mental space which is unimaginably more joyous and trusting. In a material sense, we return back to unity, from where we came, and will play with this or another reality as a joyful game of discovery and expansion. It's important to notice that this experience and understanding cannot be shown, expressed, or understood in intellectual terms. It must be deeply felt through one's own individual experience. So from blind faith to an ineffable, deeply felt experience of one's own true, infinite, and timeless nature.